Welcome back to the celebration of Mac's 50th birthday party, and I'm Tom Carroll, president of Cape May Mac. I want to again thank two people that really put this exhibit together, Janet Coupland and Jean Barracall, who did all the work. I seem to be getting an awful lot of credit by showing it off, but I always want to give a lot of appreciation for what they accomplished. Now, in one of my earlier episodes, I stopped in front of this wonderful photograph of the Cape May Lighthouse, and somehow I got talking about bicycles rather than lighthouses, because bicycles are certainly one of my other loves and my favorite form of transportation. But let's talk a little bit about lighthouses. Now, a city that has a lighthouse has always been extremely proud of it. They always become their symbols of the community. And if you look around Cape May, from the policeman's badges to Harriet Tubman standing in front of the lighthouse, this is a symbol that we've adopted to show it's one of the things we're so proud of. Americans definitely love their lighthouses, and many areas around the country have fought to save them and keep them in active use. Now, lighthouses were definitely for transportation. And in the time that lighthouses were in their fame, we really didn't have cars, trains, canals. We had four-legged animals that could either carry people or tow wagons, and most things were moved by water. So lighthouses were a very important way to help people navigate the waters. Now, lighthouses have different qualities to them. They're identified by both day symbols and night symbols. The colors of a lighthouse are the day beacons that help you identify them. So if you were approaching the mid-Atlantic coastline and you came upon a lighthouse that had a black top and a white bottom, you would probably know that you are in Absecon. If it has some more red on it, you might be looking at Barnegat. But the white lighthouse with the red roof would definitely identify as Cape May. Now, at night, you didn't have the ability to see the colors. So the signal from the lighthouse itself was the way it was identified. And it might flash every 10 seconds, every 5 seconds. It might give a double flash to indicate a certain light. And if the light was coming through maybe a red zone in the lighthouse, that would indicate that you were in dangerous waters. So these were very, very important means of identifying your location and guiding you safely home. As lighthouses became less important for navigation, the Coast Guard was having a hard time justifying the maintenance costs of taking care of all the lighthouses they own. And this sort of led to maybe letting communities jump in and help out, which is certainly one of the things that happened along the way. But before I get into that, I also want to talk about the most important element in the lighthouse, and that is the lens itself. A Fresnel lens, French made, and that's Dave Yeager, one of our lighthouse interpreters in front of it. This is the largest lens. It was a first order lens, and it was first lit by whale oil, then by kerosene, and finally with electricity. Now that lens would rotate in the lighthouse so that the flash would come through these bullseye lenses on this timetable set up. And any light that was created in there was refracted into some beam by all these glass lenses. It took all the light and brought it into a beam, which in the case of the Cape May Lighthouse allowed it to be identified approximately 18 miles at sea. So the lighthouses were really a great aid to a navigation. And really before that, celestial navigation was about the only thing available. And if you're down on the beach at a perfect sunset and you see a wonderful clear line on the surface of the water identifying where the water stops and the sky starts, that's what you need for celestial navigation. So you can pick out a star that's coming out in the sky with your sextant, you rock that down, balance it right on the edge of the water, mark the time, and then go to your manual to figure out where that star and this star and that star line up to give you your position. It took perfect weather. We don't always have perfect weather, as you well know. So that's a little bit about why we have lighthouses and why they're so important. So let me move on a little bit now and do another episode. I'll look forward to having you back as we talk a little bit about what happened to this lighthouse and why it's so important to Cape May.